Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Exilent, and today I want to give you my thoughts on Warframe after playing around 270 hours. And I want to preface this video by saying that I am a returning player. I played Warframe on and off for years from 2015 to 2018. And if you've been around the channel long enough, you will remember that I made Warframe content back in 2018. Anyways, back then I just played the game with a friend and I had no idea what was going on. So in this video, I just want to give my review of a returning player, and there's a lot that I've learned. So I had recently re-downloaded Warframe when I seen the trailer for the Duvary Paradox, and I've sunk back into the Warframe addiction. I've put around 70 hours into the game in the past 2 weeks, which to me is insane considering I have a full-time job, and I'm now realizing that I have absolutely no life other than Warframe at this point. But that's not the point of this video, so let's continue on. I will say I've learned a lot about this game in the past 70 hours. As a returning player, it was very strange to return considering everything that I remember about the game has pretty much changed in one way or another. And I don't want to give any spoilers here if I can help it, but I noticed the way that you farm prime parts has changed completely. There's no longer raids in the game, which I feel like I remember that being a thing. And even some of the boss fights that I've had to redo to get certain items, they seem very different than when I played. It's like they changed the whole fight up and the whole scenery and the aspect of it. I'm not sure if that actually changed or if my memory is just warped beyond control, but things have definitely changed. So I've spent the past 70 hours pretty much relearning the game from scratch. And as a returning player, I feel like it's a little harder to get back into the game than if I was to have just started fresh, because I just had no idea that the fact that Warframe had open world aspects now, and there's grinds within all of that. I just want to say, as a returning player, it was very confusing, and I can just imagine a new player trying to pick up on everything. I guess they're introduced to it kind of in segments, more of like where I have a master rank 14 account. It's just like, holy shit, where do I start, you know? So why did I return to Warframe, and why should someone play Warframe in 2023? So for me, it's very simple. I just really enjoy the movement aspect and the gunplay of Warframe. I feel like that's what keeps me playing. It's so satisfying. You can move, jump, and run around like you're a ninja that just snorted 120 milligrams of Adderall, and the movement just feels very fluid and natural. The gunplay itself is satisfying, and the developers do a fantastic job at making weapons feel unique. The game also has insane customization like I've never seen really done as well as any other game I can think of. You can just go ahead and Google Fashion Frame and see what I mean about the character customization. But as well, there's custom mods for your weapons and warframes that you can build out and kit different ways. And you can even upgrade your warframes to support different type of mod polarities and all kinds of things that I'm not going to get into in this review. And with those, you can just build your warframe many different ways depending on the mission that you're wanting to complete. You might have a totally different build for a defense mission than you do for a survival mission. The game has an insane amount of content to grind out, and yes, I do mean grind out. This game should have been called Grind Frame instead of Warframe, because when you begin playing, I remember I was so overwhelmed by how much content is available, like I said before, and the game has absolutely no sense of direction. Once you finish the main quest line, you're pretty much on your own to figure things out. You can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. However, as a new player, I would focus on completing the main storyline and finishing out your navigation star chart so that all of the content is available to you when you're ready for it later on in the game. And however, I think the biggest selling point for Warframe is that it's completely free to play. I mean, sure, you can actually purchase some resources, weapons, and warframes with real money and completely skip the grind. However, everything can be earned in-game as well. And with the game mostly being PvE, I actually do think there's PvP in the game, which I haven't touched on. Not sure if that's still in the game. But with the game mostly being player versus environment, it's not going to affect your gameplay much, whether or not if Timmy dropped hella money on the game and bought all the prime warframes and weapons, compared to you. It's not really going to matter when it's PvE. Sure, they can help you out in missions, but at the end of the day, they're just kind of ruining their fun by buying through the game. And this game has the most fair free-to-play monetization model I think I've ever seen in a game. This could be explained in a video itself, but to put it simply, if you're willing to grind and you know where and what to grind, you can sell those items to other players in the game for exchange of premium currency, which Warframe calls platinum. And platinum can be used to buy cosmetic items or even fully built warframes such as prime warframes, prime weapons. There's all kinds of things if you choose to do so. However, it does come at a pretty good cost. So to kind of finish off the video, my best advice for new players is when you start, you're going to get 50 platinum completely for free. And if you go to the market on your ship, there's a bundle you can buy called the Ultimate Slot Bundle. And this will give you 2 Warframe slots, 2 weapon slots, and 2 companion slots for 45 platinum. And unfortunately in this game, your inventory slots for your frames and weapons can cost premium currency. But you'll get more of these slots as you progress, so don't worry about it a ton. But definitely use your first 50 platinum on this bundle. It's just going to make your life so much easier. And it's just the best choice that you have because the market itself is just so fucking overpriced. Don't do it. Just buy the bundle and the rest of everything else buy from the website Warframe Market. Do not go in the trade chat. You're going to get scammed. People's going to want to upsell you shit. Just don't do it. I might make a separate video on that later on. And also, like I mentioned earlier, the game does not have much direction once you finish the main quest line. I mean, there is some side quests as well. And let me just say the main quest line starts off very slow, but as you get into it, it gets very interesting. And I felt myself to be pretty immersed in the storyline. So back to what I was saying, since the game doesn't have much direction, try not to get overwhelmed and focus on one thing at a time. And if you're not enjoying that one thing, simply drop it and try something else. There's so much content in the game that, you know, if you don't like something, it will be there when you're ready. Just go and do something that you enjoy now. Just make sure that before you sell a weapon from your inventory that you don't want anymore, look up online or just kind of look up in the game and make sure that it's not used to craft another weapon. Because when I was first starting the game, I made the mistake of throwing out a bunch of junk guns after I had leveled them up to level 30. And just to find out later that I needed to keep them as a part to build another weapon. So that was kind of annoying. I might go into more videos to give some newer players some advice. But at this point, I feel like I'm kind of a newer player still, so I don't know if I'm qualified to give that kind of advice. But I would like to keep making Warframe videos. I've really been enjoying it, and I'm trying to get my friends into it. Anyways, that is my opinion on Warframe as a returning player in 2023. So let me know if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are a veteran player, feel free to leave a comment with some advice for the newer players or returning players such as myself. And I hope everyone has a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. It's been Silent. Peace.